we're going to take the building blocks of technology, 3 critical building blocks that apply to your practice, that apply to dental specialties, and we're going to break this down into something that's very tangible, something that you can take back and say, okay, wait a minute, I can apply this in my practice. Number 1 is the paperless practice. And there's been a lot of talk about this, and people make it to be more complicated than it really is. Second thing we're going to talk about is effective imaging, effective digital imaging. Now, not just should I buy a sensor, or should I buy a phosphor plate or a CT? We're going to discuss all of those things. Now, we don't care about brands, we don't care about models. We're going to give you good, solid information that you can use and apply to your practice and help you in the decision-making process of figuring out which of those technologies are appropriate for your practice. And the third thing we're going to talk about is a solid IT foundation, having an IT system that makes sense. Under HIPAA, under high-tech, what are we required to have? What do we need for a backup? Now, we're not going to go crazy technical. We're just going to give you some real good guidelines. You should apply this in your practice. When we talk about going paperless, there's 3 areas we're going to focus on. Number 1 is the administrative team up front and how they can use paperless technology. Number 2 is the clinical team in the back. And the third one that oftentimes is forgotten is how you, the doctor, the owner of this practice, can utilize some paperless technologies. The next part of digital DNA is digital imaging. Now this is the fun stuff. These are the goodies that people pick up at ADA in Chicago midwinter. This is a lot of fun. So we're gonna look at 4 things real quickly. Number 1 is extraoral imaging. Number 2 is intraoral cameras or intraoral imaging. Number 3 is digital radiography, intraoral radiography. And the 4th one is external digital radiography, both 2D as well as cone beam CT. So a focus field or dual mode cone beam CT gives you that 2D image, and it also gives you a focus field 3D, about 50 by 38 millimeters, depending on which model you choose. And one of the newcomers to the market that are just really neat and have some amazing clinical applications are variable field of view CBCTs. Now, depending on the type of case that you're working on, you can actually select different modalities within a single machine with a single sensor. There's lots of options that you can do with these multi-modality machines, and for that reason, they've become very popular. So the final segment, of course, is the solid IT foundation. And we've discussed having style and functionality when you design computer systems. It's not just about gigabytes and terabytes, it's about the patient experience, the staff experience, and your experience and how it enhances your clinical ability. Be realistic about the age of your hardware. This is an important thing. We have the chart that we'll hand out that shows everybody, hey, this is about what you should expect. Be serious about backups, and hopefully we've given you some good guidelines on that. And finally, make sure that you've got a plan in place. Those 4 things will give you that solid foundation that you need to support everything else that we've talked about this evening. At the very beginning of this evening, I said that if you walked away from this with one thing that you can apply to your practice, that we would have been successful. Whether it's taking the first step and going paperless, whether it's looking at imaging technologies that are going to enhance patient care, or whether it's making sure you have a solid IT foundation to support those things. Everybody should have that one thing. And if you do, then I've accomplished my purpose for being here tonight. And I sincerely thank you for allowing me to be a part of your meeting and to speak with you this evening. Thank you very much.